Adoa TV, bringing good things to life.
Live on the evening news bulletin at 6 p.m. from our studio on the John Evans at Samuel's High Street in Accra. We are getting ready for Christmas. Today is the second day of Christmas. What did your loved one get to you? We are streaming live on Facebook, Adoatv Ghana, YouTube, Adoatv GH. And tonight, these are top stories. Today, the Vice President of the Republic, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, has launched the TVET service. At the launch, he disclosed that the initiative has become necessary because of the low youth participation in vocational training in sub-Saharan Africa. Economic Fighters League, who were a part of the Fix the Country campaign, has parted ways with Fix the Country. Why this move became necessary, there's more in the report. Business Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Ernest Addison, has described the economic outlook for the coming year as positive. And in sports tonight, we will throw a spotlight on how long it has been since the Black Stars won the AFCON. With us through this hour, and we'll bring you details of these stories and some more. Don't forget, the news is brought to you by Vena Natural Mineral Water, CB Herbal Center, Blue City Ties and Accessories. I am Anastasia Badu, and to the principal story. The Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, today at the launch of the Ghana TVET service has said the age of digitization and technology is moving the world to a space of skill and technology, and certificates without skill are meaningless.
In the world, we are seeing a movement away from a world of certificates to a world of skills. Your certificates only matter fundamentally in this new world if they allow you to perform certain skills or you bring certain. His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, who has made education his #1 priority since he took office. Let me also congratulate Honorable Yao Safomafu, Senior Advisor to the President, Honorable Dr. Yao Seydou Chum, the Minister for Education, and many others for their roles in ensuring the establishment of the TVET service. Economics, that if you look at the empirical evidence about what makes countries grow and develop, we know that it is not gold, it is not diamonds or oil or cocoa for that matter. It's not natural resources, but the evidence is very clear that it is human capital, human resources that drives growth, and technology, because the combination of human capital and technology produces these increasing returns to investments in any economy that drives growth. So we've really known this, and you can see the attention that the President is paying and our government is paying to human capital and technology as a way of transformation. As I mentioned, during the opening ceremony of the TVET Expo and the 2021 National Skills Competition. A Ghana Beyond Aid could only be possible when the youth is equipped with competitive skills and are introduced to various skilled careers.
Dr. Baumia added that the introduction of TVET has become necessary because reports from the International Labour Office has shown that sub-Saharan African youth participation in vocational and technical skill is tantamount to 1% as compared to 13% in Central Asia.
Ladies and gentlemen, in various fields in the global economy, the International Labour Office, ILO, in its 2020 Global Employment Trends for Youth fulfill in several countries due to the relatively low rates of youth participation in technical and vocational education training. This imbalance in demand and supply of African education and training systems. The ILO report also confirmed that the participation rate of 15 to 24-year-olds in vocational programs in sub-Saharan Africa is 1%, compared to 13% in Central Asia. As a people, we need to remind ourselves that the young people of our country are among the most gifted and talented globally. However, the onus lies on us, Ghanaians, and government, to provide our high school students with the necessary vocational and technical skills acquisition for the socio-economic transformation of our economy. To this effect, as earlier mentioned, government has embarked on several reforms to reposition our TVET education to produce a critical mass of highly skilled youth to accelerate the socio-economic transformation of our country. The Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo-led government is committed to making Ghana's TVET one of the best in sub-Saharan Africa. And as part of implementing the TVET agenda, the government is establishing the first ever second cycle TVET applied technology high school across the country. They're going to establish the first ever second cycle TVET applied technology high schools across the country. The programs to be offered at the applied technology high schools would be designed as career-based technical education, which integrates career and technical education with a rigorous academic core and industry participation. The programs will be benchmarked against international best practices and standards. Most importantly, the applied technology high schools ensure that it is responsive to the national needs and expectations of socio-economic transformation. Government has already designated 4 new TVET institutions across the country for this program. Ladies and gentlemen, it is gratifying are included in the next academic year's computerized school selection and placement system for selection by junior high school graduates. So they will also be available for selection, and they will be available for selection by junior high school graduates to enjoy the government's flagship free TVET and free SHS for all. He appreciates that it's a major milestone for Ghana. There is also the opportunity for those who complete the TVET programs to continue from the national proficiency levels through certificate levels to HND, BTech, MTech, and to Doctor of Technology level with the National TVET Qualifications Framework, which the Commission is implementing for TVET. So you can have a career and a rigorous education on the TVET path from bachelor's level all the way to doctorate level in technology. Even as we improve the capacity of our educational sector to create a more robust TVET service, we cannot underestimate the importance of the professional and capacity building of facilitators and teachers who will train our young people in the various technical and vocational training institutes.
Economic Fighters League, conveners of the hashtag Fix the Country movement, has parted ways with conveners of the movement. The lead convener of the group, Ernesto Yeboah, says the Fix the Country platform no longer offers an honest and credible mobilization vehicle, accusing conveners of the movement of pursuing their selfish gains. Meanwhile, conveners of the Fix the Country movement have responded to their claims, noting that it's very saddened by the accusations.
Speaking at a press briefing on Monday, December 13, 2021, the Commander-in-Chief of the Economic Fighters League, Ernesto Yeboah, explained why the group took the firm decision to part ways with conveners of the hashtag Fix the Country movement.
We have invited you here today to inform you and the general public that the Economic Fighters League is no longer part of the Fix the Country conveners. Emphasis on the Fix the Country conveners. This decision was not taken by leadership lightly. Individuals who intend to have actually construed Fix the Country as yet another political cash cow, like we have seen in the past, must rethink. Fix the Country belongs to the people of Ghana, especially the youth, and we will make it remain as such. Sadly, the Fix the Country conveners platform no longer offers a conducive environment for honest and credible mobilization. The selfish interest of some appears to be driving the movement to what we feared the most, namely that the hard work of the numerous activists will be cultivated to the benefit of certain partisan political forces or interests. Our independent thought is gradually being replaced with remotely controlled thinking, and accountability levels are falling worryingly. The people's movement is being lost, and we have a duty to safeguard it. Like so many of our fellow conveners, we have put everything into this, and I mean everything, and so cannot and will not be complicit in actions that will compromise the people's revolution.
Meanwhile, in a sharp response by conveners of the hashtag Fix the Country movement, it expressed sadness by the decision of the Economic Fighters League and the aspersion cast onto hashtag Fix the Country, particularly as no specificity was provided to allow the group understand fully what the issues are. In a statement released on December 13, 2021, the group reiterated its commitment to mobilizing in a non-partisan manner. However, it wishes the Economic Fighters League well in its new pursuit. The statement further went on to appreciate the relationship built between the two groups and regrets that the journey has ended prematurely. We remain open to exploring opportunities to dialogue and collaborate towards building a new Ghana based on patriotism, accountability, and honesty, it stressed. Hashtag Fix the Country will continue to invite all Ghanaians towards the greater goal of a new Ghana, which is not divided by partisanship or ethnicity, it added.
Motorcycles happen to be the major means of transportation in the northern region by residents. In the case of the young, old and even women. Per a survey conducted by our northern regional correspondent, Ibrahim Nuruddin, about 70% of the motor riders in the region ride without helmets. This has contributed to the enormous road carnages recorded in that part of the country due to reckless riding. As part of measures to salvage or better still eliminate the canker during and after the festive season, the Motor Dealers Association in that part of the country has set Saturday, December 18, 2021 aside to begin a sensitization exercise on the dangers involved in riding without a helmet.
The Northern Regional Secretary of the Motor Dealers Association, Hussein Mubarak, outlined the activities to climax the sensitization exercise. According to him, the main objective is to witness a drastic reduction of road carnages in the northern region after the festive season.
If you look at northern part of the country, motorbike is our main means of transport, but it can also be our killer if we don't use it well. So for this reason, the association deem it necessary to organize this all-important program with the intent of sensitizing and educating the public on the need to use motorbike properly so that they always go to wherever they are going and go home safely just with one helmet.
Mr. Hussein further called on corporate organizations and residents of Tamale to participate in the march exercise to be held on Saturday and assured the public of free distribution of helmets on the day.
We are inviting bodies, various organizations, including feed clubs, unions, uh, motor fitters, and the general public to come out with their motorbikes with the registered number and with just a helmet so that we'll assemble at the Jubilee Park. Then, after opening prayer, we'll take a float through the major principal street of Tamale, which we hope to last us just for an hour. Again, extended invitation number of helmets so that we can distribute to the public free of charge. We can distribute them to and to encourage them to always use helmet anytime, anywhere.
On behalf of the Northern Regional Manager of the DVLA, Technical Engineer at the authority, John Alex Kujo, lauded the initiative by the Motor Dealers Association, noting that the DVLA and the government want all motorists alive during and after the festive season.
As we are entering into a Christmas festivity, we want everybody to stay alive. Government wants you to stay alive. Your family needs you to stay alive. And your vicinity, your region also needs you to stay alive so that you can contribute to the goal of our nation, Ghana. We laud actually the Motor Dealers Association for coming up with such a lovely road. We actually applaud them for their initiative, and we will 100% contribute and then participate with float going up and down. Concerning crash, safety helmet campaigning, and we will be floating all about the Tamar municipalities, telling them the need for them to wear crash helmets. Brother, we don't have a spare head in hospitals. When your body is deteriorated, you can cut a part of it and stitch it. By your head, there is no spare parts for your head. So we always indicate you and make sure that everybody wears your safety helmet.
He further assured the association of the authorities' support.
We are entreating all the papers to come out from their homes and then join us so that this campaign will be successfully initiated. So that everybody is about the need of putting on the safety helmet in temporalities. By and large, we are changing the system of tamale. Now we have embarked on registration, mass registration, and they have responded very initiative. And we also going ahead along that all everybody should come out and then register your motorbike so that you'll be safe.
I want to use this opportunity to reach out to our viewers who are also motor riders to make sure that we ride with caution. Let's carry along our helmets and let's drive safely and arrive safely. Now let's move on to some other stories. The Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Honorable Samuel Abujinapo, as part of his Volta regional tour on Monday, 13th December 2021, made a whistle stop at the Devi River in Hohoi, which has been cleared of all filth through the tree planting initiative started by the Member of Parliament of Hohoi, Honorable Peter Amewu. According to the minister, the Devi River is by far the cleanest he has seen since he started his siege on small-scale mining.
The Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Honorable Samuel Abujinapo, as part of his Volta regional tour on Monday, 13 December 2021, made a whistle stop at the Deyi River in Hohoi, which has been cleaned of all filth through the tree planting initiative started by the Member of Parliament of Hohoi, Honorable Peter Amewu. The minister, being impressed with the work done by the youth, congratulated them for availing themselves of such a worthy cause, saying, "This is indeed very remarkable." The minister opined that this is a true example of ramification of the Green Ghana initiative, which is a vision of the President of the Republic, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. He called on all Ghanaians, politicians, public servants, citizens, and all stakeholders to mobilize themselves and support government to green the country. He also employed the opportunity to express his gratitude to Honorable Peter Amewu, the Minister for Railway Development, and the former Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, who accompanied the minister and his entourage to the Deyi River, saying that he is grateful for such a noble and laudable initiative. He said, quote, "I believe this is what is expected of all of us as Ghanaians, where politicians like him and various stakeholders will partner and assist government for us to be able to preserve and save the natural resources of our country," he said. Honorable Jinapo added that he has traveled the whole country and this is by far the cleanest river he has seen, adding that it is his wish that all other rivers in the country will be as clean as this has become. Honorable Amewu, on his part, called for the support of the Lands Minister, entreating all Ghanaians to support the Green Ghana project come 2022. The Chief Director of the Ministry, Professor Patrick Agbeshinyele, giving a brief background of the river, said because of urbanization, the river got polluted with heavy waste which affected water supply in the area to the point of households getting access to water only once a week. He said to salvage the Deyi River, a tree planting project was launched in between February and March this year, which he mobilized the youth to clear the river of all filth and then planted 40,000 trees 100 meters along both banks of the river, while assuring that 99.9% of these trees planted have survived. The Green Ghana initiative was introduced by the Ministry of Land and Natural Resources 3 months ago. The rationale behind it was to plant 5 million trees in one day. According to reports collated by the ministry, the said target was exceeded on the D-Day.
Disease persists in Africa after a period of time. One is advised to visit a herbalist or a spiritualist to look for remedies. That is, if orthodox medicines prove futile. According to some herbalists Adoa News spoke to, using herbal medicines to cure a particular disease has the tendency to even remedy its spiritual aspect too, if there's any.
Herbal medicines, since man could remember, has been the backbone of man's health. These days, such treatment has come under serious criticisms as reports of quack herbalists has become frequent. In Accra, these self-made doctors have gained prominence in local markets and they are easy to spot day and night. A baffling question is how these self-made doctors are able to know which plant has the potency to cure and the exact dosage one needs for a full-time recovery. Some herbalists spoke to Adoa News to quench our curiosity on the subject. Speaking to one herbalist, he said herbal medicines are used for the treatment of both physical and spiritual diseases. Cassava leaves for one is believed to keep one from visiting the washroom frequently when traveling or doing something important. At the time of this report, our new friend, the herbalist, had this leaf in his pocket to affirm his claims. He again said children who are academically weak or challenged stands a chance of being brilliant with the help of herbal medicine. For many years, traditional medicine has received limited consideration from medical experts demanding more scientific evidence. Traditional medicine play a vital healthcare role, but if a particular disease is beyond them, they sometimes recommend the patients go to an orthodox facility.
But an idea senya ni esua bibi ewo abibidro ho we say yanya so uta committee ewo center esua enema bibre ewo ho we ni ye sore mu a we bagaluwani ye friend na kezia we damama we eneduade ye wa hama bi wom ye friend na srase ye wo pepre o hwentia enu ya hye ne so obi a opɛ tofe drink akwala otiti na sia ye kuro fensuo gusu nenom esie so oba se kama ti se bia ye nuanom maiwa ne ye mamai wo mu free school abo makonya white odi nsuo gusu na ma eyi bibie free wase ma wase ye kama awonum kura ye nwu wanya hura ye pa ne e din na wontimi ne di kura wo de yi ba akopɛ nawe owi na di nsuo kan wano asane wano na wasebe ene beti wanum ema wanum yede enti we kura no so unsa abere wanwe anasa baba wo bi wi a eye dua nyame boye no sa enti esesa kwala apade kokwa ahwa e dama ma ba na kyerem.
Has been known to be one that is worn by notorious people, but because of fashion trends these days, celebrities have taken up the fashion trend and people have also gotten out to it. There's a report here on what they call it and why people have jumped onto it.
In the mid-century, before someone will alterate his or her clothes, then it's either torn, oversized or smaller on them. However, alteration has become fashion in this 21st century as people go to itinerant tailor or seamstress not to alterate their torn clothes but to do designs they have seen on social media. Celebrities has inspired people for some kinds of designs these days, especially with jeans trousers. They choose to buy a jeans, send it to an itinerant tailor to do same designs for them because they have seen a celebrity performing with such jeans or attire. Some of these jeans designs are boyfriend jeans, patch pockets jeans, among others. People also purchase their clothes in the smaller or bigger sizes and pay extra money to the itinerant personnel to alterate because they like the fabric of that specific cloth, while they could opt for something their size. This has made the alteration business a booming one and quite profitable. Hence, lots of fashion designers have ventured into the alteration business because of high demand of details. Adoa News team speaking with an itinerant tailor at Rollins Park, he revealed that he has been in this business for 34 years now and it's very profitable as compared to when he was a fashion designer, and he has been able to cater for his 4 children, of which one is even at SHS.
My alteration adwuma about 34 years in. And amount for Jimmy D. Woman in the Metimaya. And it's in any Pabamahon. Mayadi. Mine for 34 years. 1986 na me alteration. Messiah telling you I'm a palm cab sleep in Bibia. Miss you 6 years. Me a proud word, my hopa. Very proud. Me have me back me first one we can university. And they are because I'm a second born so we SS in there. Me per se I do know me the hot Turkey, Greece, Italy, and I'm back. And yeah, me say me too kind be. But I say me man and person mom too kind. It's me a proud word, my way.
Speaking to jeans dealers who have been doing alteration designs for clients, they disclose that.
Usamawa, Metro says Usamawa. No be one so who has at the new Samana, Kalano, and NFA, and a sign of foods, and your store. Now Becono, Bacunyabia, 1210, near packaging who say never. But foods, once in a while, Benya Calabia Yadang. I bet you, into go her Kalano, I should try to Unyana size into Benyasana. Met me a man idea say, oh, more telling. Wait me day, similar, I dang. I shall one mouth, and no bedding. A bed fit to size pepper.
Oh, I know, dear. I don't know, no. Because I am not quiet to meet nothing. I say, Utrition, ye. One is our charge account, your charge account. Me me fancy charge account. For me, dear, me be me togens and number nutrition. I say, oh, PBR. Me call nutrition, maybe or Jimmy 2 CD, I'm the account amount. So one tia CD, now me no account. So one tia in my fancy, because my yan is I be amusing me to me talk. And I say my yan is I want to be a sound command until Sana Mayan. Juma, we know, celebrities for Nana Yema, a Jumane, because if you are near when you say about what jeans we were chown. The man who I am of it. It is you say, Sina when you say, yeah, nay, as we be. But first now, celebrities for man, or when she say, Bissana, and near your nutrition, who are about it, me whom picture we celebrity be a shattered, why any see to Munyan say my end, but first need the Bayani crazy, but it's any now. I no crazy, I no pen on a face here. Pass a pie, lie, fan chain, a day, a home the laser session on the near time yet.
We started in 2018. Yeah, no one am there renting. Me down with teams in Bia. Do a boy or quite so I'm boy. Oh, it's me funny when you be able to do an in our baker. If you want to say, on say be away. Some turn 20 cities or on more. You will wait my baby, shame a bonnet price. Be on the price on my bit my cancel, mammy 20 cities per paper. But if you are marketing, I'm Mrs. Me here, Ska. Me, not sure, so I'm Miss Canam the toy and so I'm muffled. Tell us I made the genus. I'm Miss Anya Missicana back. It's not just a fast one, I'm a penny mania. Missicana still has some beginning. But a Juma Sudi a year from Faso. Tell sometimes and boy. Me really such as I'm to us. But now I'm in my side, no. It's a enye esa na papa so sa ntina amanema is slow ntina ma me start to say me ba street yeah but me ba street na be some months be economy na me say oh okay a bit ma bo am sisi a de me minya school ameko na maka che ma me class say misika no me bo ano kakra na me da start school.
Woki, a jeans buyer, also gave us her take on alteration.
You alterating something is because you want to feel comfortable in it. If you buy something and no matter the size, if you are in love with the thing, you take it to the person that will do the alteration, and then they alterate it for you so that you feel comfortable, so that you feel your body, you feel yourself in it.
For watching, but Ghana has been ranked biggest in Africa. We'll come back with details in business.
Welcome aboard the safest airline in Africa. With industry-leading safety measures to protect your well-being. The first in Africa to earn a diamond standard of safety. Offering a more contactless, safe, and seamless experience. Delivered with a smile by Africa's first fully vaccinated crew. Creating special memories that bring the joy back to flying, so you can continue making memories with your loved ones. Book your flight with Rwandair today. Rwandair, the safest airline in Africa.
Rwandair, fly the dream of Africa.
Yeah, CB makeups now. I'm correct. What's your best mankasa? That's it. Oh, middle. You captures back on CB men capsules. Me see CB men capsules na make a year.
Yeah, you see men and women's capsules now. You knew the dada. And one year packaging I the
Wow! What a packaging! CB men, any CB women capsules, no packaging is out. And you also no mood any biansan wako do pegi.
Share a painful any about town man kwada no for. Any kwada go di fie do and come home.
Susanna, Ghana man be man tamase.
Adoa 0247 111671 and 0246 578 750. FDA Adi
Blue City is a manufacturer and supplier of high-quality fashion accessories. We design and make quality bow ties, flying ties, lapel pins, ladies' brooches, fabric necklaces, African wares, and so much more for your weddings, schools, institutions, bands, choir, singing groups, individuals, and so many more. We use both African prints and foreign fabrics to make your beautiful accessories for you. Oh yeah! Contact us via call or WhatsApp or SMS on 0240-926-564. Locate us at Odoko Official Town opposite Emils Preparatory School. Check us out on social media, Facebook and Instagram at Blue City Fashion. Blue City, creativity and style.
Back from the break to the business segment, and Ghana is the 8th biggest economy in Africa, according to the World Bank's latest report, dubbed African countries with the highest gross domestic product over time. The report captured the total monetary or market value of all goods and services produced within an economy in 2020. The country's growth performance is a vast improvement compared to the year 2005, in which the nation was outside the bracket of the top 10 biggest economies in Africa.
Ghana's economy is the 8th biggest economy in Africa, according to the World Bank's latest report, dubbed African countries with highest gross domestic product over time. The report captured the total monetary or market value of all goods and services produced within an economy in the year 2020. The country's growth performance is a vast improvement compared to the year 2005, in which the nation was outside the bracket of the top 10 biggest economies in Africa. With an economic size of 72.4 billion United States dollars, Ghana has witnessed consistent expansions in its economy in the last 15 years, largely boosted by oil production, which is now a critical sector of the economy. While the 5 highest spots on this ranking have been more or less constant over the last 3 decades, the rest of the top 8 are subject to bigger fluctuations, as the chart of the World Bank shows. Libya, for example, managed to come to the 6th in 1990 and 2005, but dropped out of the top 8 and only made it to the 17th rank in 2020, the World Bank noted. Ghana was one of the few African countries that witnessed a marginal growth rate of 0.4% last year, after a global economy that was challenged by COVID-19 pandemic. It is expected to grow by 4.8% in 2021 and an average rate of 5% in the next 4 years, after a swift recovery in the hotel and hospitality industry, as well as the manufacturing subsectors and the boost in export. Some market watchers economists questioned the impact of the growth rate. Despite this impressive growth rate of the economy in the past years, many economists, analysts, and market watchers have questioned the impact of the country's high growth rate on real jobs and infrastructural development. They claim a better way of assessing the real impact of the economic growth rate is through indicators such as happiness index and consumer confidence index. Nigeria is the biggest economy in Africa. Meanwhile, with a total gross domestic product of 432.3 billion United States dollars, Nigeria is the biggest economy on the African continent in 2020. It was followed by Egypt and South Africa in the second and third positions respectively.
And Dr. Ernest Addison has described the outlook for the coming year as positive, despite lingering concerns about the passage and implementation of the as well as possible disruptions to global supply chains following the emergence of the Omicron variant of COVID. The economic outlook for 2022 is positive, although some potential risks be closely monitored. In particular, the uncertainties surrounding food prices, petroleum price adjustments, effects of these are likely to exert inflationary pressures on the outlook.
Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Ernest Addison, has described the economic outlook for the coming year as positive, despite the leveraging concerns about the passage and implementation of the 2022 budget, as well as possible distractions to global supply chains following the emergence of Omicron variant of COVID-19 pandemic. The economic outlook for 2022 is positive, although some potential risks should be closely monitored. In particular, the uncertainty surrounding food prices, petroleum price adjustment, and potential second round of effects of these are likely to exert inflationary pressures on the outlook. These trends point out to increased consumer confidence and preferences for digital payment options in the economy. Dr. Ernest Addison suggested that the economy has reached a point where there is no room for policy fabrications on all levels, warning that anything short of connected effort by all stakeholders to meet revenue targets will be unsuccessful and anchor to encode the gains we have made in the last 4 years. The market assessment of the 2022 budget also suggests leveraging doubts about the ability of revenue measures announced to translate into a large increase in domestic revenue. Government expenditure is also projected to increase significantly in 2022. As a market access country, we have a huge burden to demonstrate a strong recovery and to ensure that the bold revenue measures introduced yield the required results. This calls for social contraction on fronts with common aspirations across all to make sure we sustain the recovery momentum. Dr. Ernest Addison commended measures taken prior to, during the height of the pandemic and afterward for the resilience of the banking industry.
That's it for business. Up next is sports. Do stay with us.
Malaria nti abayi wo yejuma bono. Malaria defo ya o. Enti awo ahire ne customers ni. Wahu ne se mami ya smart. Ape CB Malakio. Amma ne baya odi ko school. She se aduane si beri market chi ni malaria nti a ontimi ni.
Onia and now Emma when we are at war. So we malaria test. Maybe woman. And Trebetua and the CB Malakio. Yedinuna, Nehama, and now Kikabom Asoneso, I CB Malakio. And no way so dear. And I know grow. I yet tata shit.
A drawing yama a pen for about a woman for any quada won't feed you.
Susiana, what would you with you?
FD Ashusha Sa a Jedi and Kratoimu Adia to Musa.
Blue City is a manufacturer and supplier of high-quality fashion accessories. We design and make quality bow ties, flying ties, lapel pins, ladies' brooches, fabric necklaces, African wares, and so much more for your weddings, schools, institutions, bands, choir, singing groups, individuals, and so many more. We use both African prints and foreign fabrics to make your beautiful accessories for you. Oh yeah! Contact us via call or WhatsApp or SMS on 0240 926 564. Locate us at Odoko Official Town opposite Emils Preparatory School. Check us out on social media, Facebook and Instagram at Blue City Fashion. Blue City, creativity and style.
Unto us a child is born, Jesus Christ, the Savior of the world. Come join Adoa Television as we celebrate our guest for Christmas with hymns and carols. Date is 17th December 2021. Time is 5:30 p.m. sharp. And the venue is the Holy Trinity Cathedral Anglican Church Car Park on the Accra High Street. Invited guests include Right Reverend Dr. Daniel Silvanus Mensah Tortu, Bishop of the Anglican Diocese of Accra, Her Excellency Stephen Sullivan Sanders, USA Ambassador to Ghana, Her Excellency Janet Grace Mason, South African High Commissioner in Ghana, and many other dignitaries. Music performances, TMQ from Tema, Minister Terry Johnson, and Reverend Father Ebenezer OK Clotty. Remember, there will be a fundraiser to support orphanage homes this Christmas, so kindly come and support this worthy cause. Adoa TV's 9 lessons and carols. Oh, let us adore him. Christ our Savior is born. Remember, all COVID-19 protocols will be observed.
And to the sports segment, with the first story, Winfred Kweku Osei, popularly known as Palmer, was disqualified from the race of the Ghana Football Association presidency in 2019. The Tema youth owner was deemed ineligible to contest for the GFA presidency by the then vetting committee. He was accused of failing to pay the 10% of Joseph Pintel's transfer fee to the GFA as required by regulation. According to Palmer, he was a clear favorite to win the position of the Ghana Football Association president. The bankroller of Tema Youth Football Club has asserted that the Ghana Football Association is not for amateurs.
Having delivered the policy statement at Alisa, I was overwhelming favorite. There is no way anybody could have matched the stride that I had taken. So many speculations were going around. This guy cannot even carry his views across, blah, 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 here and there and whatnot. But after that delivery, they saw that no, something must be done to stop Wilfred Kwekwase. Otherwise, he's the candidate. The BNI came out with a report, and it had Wilfred Kwekwase in the lead. I visited most ministers here and there and whatnot. I said, what is so special about you? I said, I have traits that humbles me before all the constituents or the electorates. I will never, never raise myself above those who want me to be their leader. Because I have what it takes to reform Ghana football. It's not everybody who would like to be an agent of change. Some people resist it. Others will torpedo it. They don't want good things to happen. I can sit here when a policy decision is taken at the executive council level. I can tell you whether it's a good decision or it's a bad decision. The project at the GFA is not for, let me say, amateurs. It's a project that must be tackled with the best of abilities. It's not a straightforward job. When we're there, Kwesi will tell you this is not an easy job. So I knew for a fact that whoever would take over from
For a team regularly listed amongst the favorites for the African Cup of Nations trophy, it is quite fascinating that the last time Ghana laid their hands on the trophy was 39 years ago. In the 1982 success in Libya, the Black Stars beat the host 7-6 on penalties to lift the cup, the match having ended 1-1 after extra time.
The Black Stars of Ghana have gone 39 years without the African Cup of Nations trophy. The last time Black Stars of Ghana won the AFCON was way back on 11 July 1982 when Ghana defeated Libya 7-6 on penalties shootout. In regular time, George Ahassan netted to give the visitors a 37th-minute lead, but Ali Al-Behari hit back for the Libyans 20 minutes to full time to level the score. With no further goals in extra time, the game headed into a shootout where Ahassan, Isaac Paha, Samson Lamte, Albert Asase, Windsor Kofi Abre, Emmanuel Kwashi, and Opokwefriye converted to deliver Ghana the cup. It was the Black Stars' second meeting with the Mediterranean Knights at the competition, following a 2-2 draw in the tournament opener. En route to the final, Ghana accounted for Algeria in the semi-final 3-2 after extra time, having finished second to progress from the group stage after draws with Libya and Cameroon 2-2 and a 1-0 triumph over Tunisia. This is when AFCON welcomed only 8 teams. Since the 1982 success, Ghana has lost 4 finals. 1992 Black Stars lost 11-10 on penalties to Ivory Coast. Black Stars came close to 2010 in Angola, but Mohamed Ghetto's 85th minute goal ensured 1-0 victory for Egypt. During the 2015 championship in Equatorial Guinea, the Black Stars again lost, this time 8-7 to Côte d'Ivoire on penalties. In the delayed 2021 championship in Cameroon next year, the Stars have been drawn against Morocco, Gabon and Comoros. In the group stage, Milovan Rajavec's side will hope to shatter their poor run and leave the January 9, February 6 gathering with gold.
We'll do it for the evening news bulletin for tonight. Before we go, a recap of the top stories. Today, the Vice President of the Republic, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, has launched the Ghana TVET service. At the launch, he disclosed that the initiative has become necessary because of the low youth participation in vocational training in sub-Saharan Africa. Now, the Economic Fighters League, who were part of the Fix the Country campaign, has parted ways with Fix the Country. Business Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Ernest Addison, has described the economic outlook for the coming year as positive. And finally, in sports, we threw more light or spotlight on how long it has been since the Black Stars won the AFCON. You can visit our website for more news updates on www.adoanewsonline.com. We stream live on Facebook, Adoatv Ghana, YouTube, Adoatv GH. The news was brought to you by Vena Natural Mineral Water, CB Herbal Center, Blue Sea Ties and Accessories. Today is the second day of Christmas. What did your loved one get for you? My loved one got me life, and I want to celebrate that or this Christmas with the less privileged. Do join Adoatv this Friday, and also you can send us some donations to help put a smile on the face of that child who is less privileged. My name is Anastasia Badu. We'll see you tomorrow. Do have a good evening.